Hello everyone, this is Colin on the ASCA League channel, and here we are for race 14 of the Pennzoil Pro Series here at Kansas Motor Speedway. This is 3 races out from the beginning of the chase, so the points are definitely getting down to the wire, and drivers are looking on at those top 10 runs rather than lower 30s. Here are the point standings coming into this race. The top 14 is pretty much safe as long as they don't have a couple of really bad races, but these are the guys who have to watch out, especially the people at the cut line, like the DW Motorsports teammates, Zach Cars and Brian Lenning. Anyways, we are going to get straight into your starting lineup. On the pole for today is Jack Newman, winning another pole award. Been on the top of the board a lot of times in qualifying. Michael Jones on his outside. Row 2, Zach Cars and Cody Russell. Row 3, Cody Russell's teammate Derek Petrie and Brian Lenning, one of the people in the cut line. Row 4, Blaine Keys, your Talladega winner, and Sam Rogers on his outside. Row 5, 2 Chevys, Brock McMahon and Webster Zygarde. Row 6, Allison Davidson, last week's winner at Darlington, and Arsha Sain looking to climb his way inside the top 28 at least. Row 7, Rick Witt and Nikita Rizkov, Red Viper Racing teammates. Row 8, a pair of Toyotas, Kyle Collins and Addison Steinbach. Addison 24th in points coming in. Row 9, Ryan Kendall and Jay Barker second in points, but for Ryan Kendall outside the top 28. Row 10, your points leader Jay Durrell in third place in points, Aaron Lukes. Row 11, Daniel Maxwell and Nicholas Samudio. Both are in the points right now, but are on close to dropping out. Row 12, Ryan Dunn and Carson Scott. Row 13, Kyle Singer and Matthew Brown, 19th in points. Row 14, Nick Purcell and Jesse Dalton. Row 15, Eric Willis close to dropping out as well, and Brian Boone with 2 wins in the season. Row 16, Daniel Voiles and the successful rookie Dion Scott. Row 17, Cesar Chavez, your Martinsville winner, and Zach Komaski in the 88. Row 18, John Sevdino and Stuart Grattan for Hoffman Motorsports. Row 19, Overdrive Motorsports teammates Ruby Easton and James Johnson. Row 20, Haley Wish and Jeremy Jones from Alley Motorsports. Row 21, William Brock and Jose Viquez. That rounds out your starting lineup. And here are the people that did not qualify for the race, and we are just about set to get this race underway. 67 laps here at the Speedway, and who will be able to take home with a victory? Green flag is in the air. Here we go, racing at the half mile. And a great launch by Zach Cars, as he's not only going to get underneath Michael Jones, he was attempting to get underneath Jack Newman too, but Newman will take the lead going through turns 3 and 4. However, we had a car not even get across the start-finish line. Daniel Maxwell taking his car down pit road, and he has retired his car from the race. And this driver was 20th in points coming into the race, so he needed a good run, and it definitely does not look like he's going to get it unless he can somehow get that car repaired for whatever technical problem it had and get him back out on the track. But for what it seemed, I didn't see any smoke, but it seems like he will be staying out of the race today. Jack Newman, though, is up front. Newman not really having to worry about points. He comes in here in 11th in points. Michael Jones behind him, 1 spot above him in 10th. Michael Jones, though, has been the fastest in practice. Somehow did not get the pole in qualifying, but he is a favorite to win today. You cannot look past this rookie, though, the first rookie of the year to get a win. Allison Davidson in a controversial victory. A lot of people blamed it on luck rather than skill, but Allison did lead a good amount of laps that race and did take home the All-Star event. While she is known for road racing, she definitely proved she can handle herself on short tracks and 1.5 miles like Darlington is. But Allison, currently wearing the Pennzoil colors in the regular scheme this week, is still bringing home with a good top 10 run as it stands right now. And we're going to be looking at the points battle for these next 3 races very intensely, and we're going to look at Zach Komaski here. Qualified way in the back, and he needed a good run. He's been trying to climb up through the points, but he's 26th right now, and if he continues to run where he is in 41st, he will be dropping outside the top 28. And very, very unlikely to make the chase if it stands where he is right now. Michael Jones has gotten by Jack Newman, though, and just like we thought, Michael Jones is looking to be the fastest car of the race. He has set down the quickest lap time, and he actually set the world record at this track in practice, which is why we're acknowledging him. Super quick, and we are expecting him to just run away with this race, but obviously anything can happen. And the Lindsey Marine Dodge is currently, though, leading the field and definitely setting the pace. Here's Nick Purcell's in the Double Zero car, 28th in points coming in here, a long shot, but definitely not out of the equation. He's still on the board for the points. And this Old Spice Racing Toyota, he is unsure of whether he's coming back with the team next year, and while that's not very surprising, he didn't make the chase last year in this team, and he hasn't improved at all this year, so if he doesn't make the chase, it looks like this could be the end of the driver's run in the Toyota. However, the driver and the link with Old Spice Racing as a sponsor definitely could keep him in the series. But you see, you also got 4 drivers here who are also around him in points. You see Ryan Kendall outside the top 28, but still trying to make a run to get in, as well as others like Nikita Rizkov and Cesar Chavez. Here's Matthew Brown in the 21 car Freightliner Ford, and his teammate seemed to have a mechanical issue. This is teammate to the 4 car. He's running 19th in points, and currently trying to secure himself in the chase. However, just like Zach Moski, he is running way in deep in the pack, and currently running behind the 25 and the 27, who they are down in the points, so you don't want to be running way back there. However, let's go back up front. The 47, when I said he was setting the pace of the field, that's an understatement. He is driving away from the rest of the field with lap times almost a tenth and a half quicker than anyone else on the track. Here is 2nd through 4th place. We saw Zach Cars actually have a good run on Jones, but was not able to keep that spot as Jones took it back from him a few laps later. We also see Brian Lenning in the mix. Lenning comes in here 22nd in points, very close to the cut line, but still needing some good runs to get him inside securely, and currently running 3rd. This is exactly what he needs. A good run definitely out of the 22 team, as we do not know the current shape of Lenning's future. Lenning has been at Tanker Motorsports for the past 3 years. Oh, and we got a car in the wall. That is Nikita Rizkov and Kyle Singer. Caution is out on the track. And ooh, that was very close. That was Zach Komoski going by on the outside, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to hit him. Or maybe not. No, we have more problems up ahead, and I believe the spitting Kyle Singer could be of an issue. Oh boy, and I thought that wasn't going to be that big of a wreck, at least for Nikita Rizkov. Let's see what happened. This is the car that got into him. Oh, it looked like Kyle Singer just misjudged the entry into the corner, and he's going to come down and nowhere for the 2 Dodges of Haley Wish and Brian Boone to go. You see Haley just nowhere to go, Brian Boone nowhere to go but to run into the back of Haley. And someone clipped him, and that is Zach Komoski. And I just said almost got clipped by Nikita. However, it looks like Boone is going to be the one to finish him off. And we got a couple onboard rides to look at. Haley Wish just, you see, nowhere to go. Kyle Singer trying everything he could to keep it out of the cars on the inside, but could not really keep from collecting more into that incident. Here's Zach Komoski, very close to hitting Nikita. And there you go. Now, I almost wonder, it almost looked like the 88 was going to get through, but I believe Carson Scott might have launched the 70 up the track into the 88. You see Nikita Rizkov, nothing he could have done there. Pretty much innocent right there, as a lot of his season has been. And that was very close by Komoski, but yeah, I believe Carson Scott actually pushed the 70 car up the track when he hit him, and actually caused the 88 to get into the incident. But Zach Komoski now out of the race, that is definitely going to hurt his points chances. But you see we have pit stops. However, there's one lonely car on the track that is going to take outside of pit road and not going to come down. And surprisingly, it's Jay Dorelli, our points leader. I would think he need fuel, but I guess not. He's going to stay on the track and try to play a little strategy here today. Interesting strategy, I must say, because the tires really are a key factor at this track. But when you're the points leader, I guess you can try out strategies like this. You see the green flag. He is going to hold up some cars on the inside, as he is not going to be able to get going as quick as the other cars. As Brian Lenning, the 60 car of Blaine Keys, and Jack and Jay Barker are going to be able to get by on the outside, but look at how slow the 43 car is compared to the other cars on fresh tires. He was running outside the top 15, so not quite the successful run they wanted. But you know what? They're trying some strategy, and since they're so high in points, they're just getting ready for the chase at this point. I believe no matter what happens, they are pretty much locked into the chase. So trying a little strategy can help, but I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of drivers not too pleased with the choice that the 43 made as he's riding aboard. Addison Skyback 24th in points. You see Jack Newman, he was running up front most of the race. He's going to get held up by the 43 car. Ooh, they're trying to make it free wide. Watch out. And, oh, it looks like the 43 car is slow. I don't think this is a problem. He probably is just out of fuel. And I believe that is the case for the 43 car. And while they pretty much threw away a top 20 run, I'm not sure exactly what strategy they were trying to play here. But you can't really blame them. I mean, they have such a big points lead. You can pretty much do whatever you want in these last 3 races. Very interesting, though, to say the least. And if you'd notice, we're actually missing a car up in the front. And with all the commotion with Jay Darrell, I haven't mentioned it yet, but there is no sign of Michael Jones. And where is he? I believe he's way back in the field. We're looking through top 5. Nick Purcell is having a great run. But as for Michael Jones, I don't see him anywhere. You see Jay Darrell is coming out of pit road now. I believe Michael Jones must have had a pit road problem. We're going to check in with him later, see what's happening with him. But how about some good runs here? We see Arsha Sane, John Cittadino in the 45 car also having a really strong run after wrecking out at Darlington. But for Hossein, pretty much his career in the number 9 car is at stake here if he makes the chase or not. And he will be in the All-Star race. He will be in the final round because he did actually win a duel very early in the season. But as for the rest of this year, it has not gone to plan. And here's the 47, and he is sitting 27th position right now. How did the top driver go from the very top to the bottom? The pit crew, the jack broke on the car. They had to get out a separate jack from the pit box. Now, a very strange incident, but they couldn't get the jack up, and that cost them so much time on pit road that he went from first place going in all the way down to 30th. He's climbed 3 spots, but definitely isn't faring as well in traffic. Here's the 43 car of Jay Darrell. For the complete opposite, though, he's actually has some fresher tires now after he went down pit road. He is 2 laps down, however, in the race. So he's not really a contender for the win at this point, but he is running lap times that can contest with Michael Jones' early race lap times right now, as he is cutting through the field. And he's in traffic too, by the way. Here we are, we're seeing the mid-race report as Jay Barker is going to go on by the 22 car of Brian Lenning, and he will take the lead of the race. Blaine Keys is sitting in 3rd. Oh no, I believe there's a caution on the track. There is. And the 09 car has been in the wall. I do believe it's a single car incident. There's some tire marks in the track, but I believe that was from the last caution. We're going to take a look at what happens. And oh man, we can't stop talking about the 43 car. And it's not going to be for a good reason either this time, as it looks like the 43 is going to turn the 09 in the wall. And that will let the ASCA officials finally take into consideration Darrell's actions this race, as they have called him to the hauler after the race to explain exactly what he was thinking this race. Definitely, it looks like he was just a little fed up though with the 09 being in his way and kind of put him in the wall. Definitely will be an interesting conversation in the hauler though. As we see the 2 car come back to green flag racing, we only have 10 laps left in the race, with the 43 car on the inside definitely looking very strong, as he wants to compete with the leaders now. And I don't want to jinx it, but the 43 car, if he doesn't knock it off here and just let the leaders race, he might be having another penalty come to him. I'm just assuming that we're going to see a penalty, as he quite frankly dumped the 09 car, to put it lightly. But the 2 car right now is sitting out front. The only difference between these 2 cars running 1st and 2nd in points is one's in the lead of the race and one's 2 laps down with a penalty. Looking back at Michael Jones though, this is the heartbreak story of the day to be sure, as it looked like that Michael Jones was the god of this track coming into the weekend, and we all thought that he was just going to run away with this race, but it is not going to be the case, as he is now stuck in traffic, and while he is very gradually making his way up through the running order, he is not going to be able to make it in front of the field without a miracle. Jack Newman also situated back there after Jay Durrell held him up on a restart. However, I wouldn't look too far behind Jay Barker to find his competition. Blaine Keys has made a very hard charge to come to the front, and the Moog Ford is going to go underneath them. Jay Durrell still in the picture though, trying to shape up how this race is going to turn out, but it looks like Barker will continue to lead the race, using almost a move we saw at the beginning of the race to get around the 60, or at least to keep the lead. Barker, though, will continue to hold the lead coming off of 4, and Keys only has a little bit of time left to try to make another move. How about the 00 car, though, back there? Sitting in 3rd, Nick Purcell's a great run for that Old Spice Racing car. However, we may have some issues in the form of fuel strategy. We see 2 big motorsports cars coming off the track, Derek Petrie and Kyle Singer. Both are very secure in points. I don't think either has to worry about this, but that is going to put them way back in points. The leaders are going to stay out with 2 to go, and we're going to see if anyone else comes down pit road. It looks like Cesar Chavez is going to surrender a spot, and a couple of other guys in the back of the pack. We're going to ride on board Jay Barker, though, as he takes his second to last time around the corner. He is not going to come down pit road, so the top 2 are out on the track for the final lap. I don't believe anyone else at the top came down. There's a little bit of jockeying for position in the back, though, but it looks like Barker, as long as he can hold the 60 off, expect the dive bomb. And it looks like Keys is going to try to drive it in there, but he is not going to get enough out of it. He is right there, though. I don't believe it'll be enough, though. Coming off the corner, 2nd win for Jay Barker in Season 3. Checkered flag goes to the number 2 Maxonomic Chevrolet. And Jay Barker, who's unsure of his career past this season, is going to add another win to his name in the ASCA League. Congratulations to Jay Barker as he wins here at Kansas, and he'll celebrate with victory burnouts. Light him up, Barker. You deserve it. And here are the finishing orders. Brian Lenning ended up coming back for a 3rd place, but how about Nick Purcell's in 4th, Zach Carr's in 5th. Both of them outside the bubble, and they're about to knock someone out, I believe, from their spot inside the chase. Here are some other drivers. Definitely Michael Jones and Jack Newman, heartbreaks for them after they had a really good race going up to that point. Matthew Brown, Cesar Chavez, both of them trying to contend for the chase bubble, but both of them had very bad days, as well as Daniel Maxwell out before it even started. And here are the point standings. Jay Barker is actually going to take control of the points lead for the first time in a long time. Durrell will fall to 2nd, however, penalties could be coming after this. Daniel Maxwell, Matthew Brown, both going to fall out of the chase bubble, both DW Motorsports cars. Now going to have an uphill slope to battle in, but Brian Lenning is now in after a good run here today at Kansas. And that'll do it for now. The ASCA League will sign out. We'll see you next race for the Pennzoil Pro Series at Indianapolis. See y'all later.